Hey guys, if you made it this far, it means you made it to the end of the 10-year celebration subathon. Uh, this will be the second time I've done this, because the first time, the recording got all borked. Shocker! Me and technology not working. I know, right? Um, but I just wanted to do a little video expressing my appreciation for all the years of love and support. Uh, there's no amount of words and stuff that I could say that I'm thankful enough for the people and the friends and the community that we've built over the years. Um, the amount of love and support that I've gotten have definitely been one of the sole driving forces for me to continue doing this. Um, I just feel like I've been here so long, and you guys are such a big part of my life. I can't just up and walk away from it like a lot of people can, where, they just kind of separate their normal day lives from their online ones and seemingly be okay with stepping away from years of dedication and work towards this craft. Because it's so much more than just like playing games and stuff like that. I mean, you make lifelong friendships, uh, and then people come to really love you as a human being, just on the other side of a screen. But a lot of times you guys can open up and share stories that you can't even share or express with loved ones, and that's a big deal to me. So I mean, for me, uh the importance of doing this is so much more than growing a brand and being as big as I possibly can be. Honestly, it's just keeping my community alive and continuing to share memories and uh hopefully make it 10 more years. I'm super thankful, and uh the amount of gratitude and love that I have for you guys is off the charts. I mean, you guys have given me everything. You've given me a community to love. You've given me, sponsorships that a lot of people only dream to get. Uh and hopefully we'll make it through this without turning into a bawling mess, because the first recording that I didn't make it. I made it to about 6 minutes and then I was bawling. So hopefully we get it all of our system and we can kind of get through this. Um, the 10 years that I've been here, I mean, you guys have seen the very best and worst of me. I mean, like, you've seen me go through, sickness. You see me go through, family things that have really, taken its toll on me. And it's not easy for anybody to deal with that kind of stuff, let alone somebody that, shares their life with people over the internet. And you guys are much more than just people over the internet. You're like a second family to me. That's how I'm able to like uh open up and express myself the way that I do, because I feel comfort here, you know. And it's only gotten easier, the more years we share together. Um there's a couple of people that, have really helped me out a lot throughout the years, and I'll try to name as many as I can, but please don't feel left out or discouraged if I don't mention your name, because you're not any less important. It's just I've been here for 10 years and it's very hard for me to remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. Okay, so if you don't hear like a specified thing towards you, just know that I love you equally and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to spend it with us. It means the world to me, and I can't thank you enough for it. whether you're an active chatter or a lurker, I love you guys very much for, you know, taking the time out of your day to spend it with us. And hopefully we've maybe on a few occasions made your day a little bit better with my goofy antics. I mean, if you made it to this part, and depending on how the subathon go, you'll see like the silly antics. But I'll try to do it from like OGs to the more current. So the first one is Ivy. I've known Ivy since probably, I want to say it was either my first or second real raid. I mean, I had like a little friend clique and we would raid each other back and forth, but it was like the first raid I've ever gotten from somebody I didn't know. And his name was 8-Bit Dylan. It was different back then. His name was different. He had to change it because he, I think it was because he took like a management role within Twitch, so he couldn't have his name what it was back then. But it's 8-Bit Dylan if you want to go watch him. He's a really nice guy. But I was doing a 24-hour stream for a charity event that we did, and Ivy came over with that raid, and she's been around ever since. I've watched her go through college for nursing. I watched her, you know, purchase her first house, get her baby Gemma, which is her dog. And now hopefully the next chapter, and hopefully you know, it brings her forever happiness because she deserves it. She does a lot for people, for me, for my dad. Sending him little care packages to keep his mind busy. And I was lucky enough to be able to take a road trip to JP and Carmen's wedding, and she and I drove all the way to Florida, and it was an absolute blast getting to hang out with somebody that I've literally seen grow into the woman that she is now. I'm super thankful for Ivy and all she's done for me over the years. She's been a big help and also a crutch at times when I needed it. And I'll forever be thankful for Ivy. And hopefully in this next chapter of her life, she continues to feel the happiness that she's experiencing now, because she deserves it. You know, there's not a lot of people that deserve to be as happy as they are, because some people, I feel, take it for granted when it's right in front of them and they just throw it away like it means nothing. And I really hope that Ivy continues to soak in this happiness, and I hope Diego, if you're listening, I hope you realize like what a catch you actually have, because Ivy's the type of person that will do anything for you, no questions asked, and she'll never ask for anything in return. You know, and that's a super rare quality in today. On top of being hardworking and caring, you definitely got yourself a gem, man. So cherish her and show her as much love as you possibly can, that I know for a fact that she's going to show you. She's a very special person, and she deserves, you know, all the finer things. And Bryant's been in the community for a very long time, back since probably Sky Factory 2, I think it was. And even back then, I could tell right away he was going to be an absolute troll. He only solidified it when he said he was British. I was like, oh, here we go. But luckily for him and I love British humor. And he found one of the few Americans that actually gets British humor. So I find it funny. And Bryant's been a big part of this community for a long time. He puts off being a butt at times, but I've gotten to know the real him, and I know he's a very sweet person beneath the tough exterior. And he's got one of the biggest hearts for one of the shortest people on the planet. Hold that. Sorry, I had to sneak one in there. Uh, but no, seriously, he single handedly has kept my stream going, being able to pay my taxes and bills and all that kind of stuff, because it's not easy streaming, man. It really isn't. Those who do it know about it, and then those that don't will never know about it, because I don't really express that often how hard it actually is. So for Bryant to always um, be the one to step up and keep us afloat, and for the stuff that he's done for my sister. For those that don't know, my sister had a dog with a tumor in her face, and this was like recently after my sister found out that she had a miscarriage, and then shortly after that, she was uh, pregnant again, and she had another miscarriage, and then she had surgery, which made it impossible for her to ever have children. So that dog literally was a band aid for her in that time, and she really needed that dog with her. And Bryant stepped up and paid for her uh, treatment that she needed for her face, because my sister couldn't afford it due to her medical bills with her miscarriages. And that was the one and only time I ever asked anybody for anything. And Bryant stepped up and paid for the whole thing straight up. And I was gearing up to do a long stream so that we could get that to her as soon as possible, so that Paige had a fighting chance. And unfortunately, Paige passed away like a couple years later, but um, just that she got to keep her a few more years probably meant more to her than anything. And so much for not making it through this again. Oh man. But as a little brother and a family member, that means everything to me, you know? Um because financially I couldn't do it myself, but I knew uh I had such a great community that there was a fighting chance that we might be able to do it. And Bryant accomplished that in less than 3 hours. And I'll forever be thankful for him for that. Uh, he's got a special place in my heart, and he knows it. And he's a very special person. There aren't very many people like him in the world. And I wish more people would appreciate him a bit more and not judge him so much based off of his like personality, because you're never going to really know the true self of somebody over the internet unless you spend a lot of years around them, and I have. And Brian is a big part of our community, and I'll forever love him for everything he's done. And he's deserves everything in life that makes him happy, and I hope that he always does. Um, I'm probably gonna do a group of people because I met them pretty much all at the same time. So Bobo, Cherry, uh, Pyro, Helly, Ren Insane, Dead Pine, Matrix, um, all those people came into my life roughly around the same time, and a lot of them stuck around and continue to be a big part of the community in my life. You know, Pyro has always been super helpful from the get go. When I first met him, he was always eager to help me set up stuff and help me with the server and anything to do with the community. He never asked for anything. Pyro's another really good dude. And I knew I was in double trouble because he was also British. uh, uh, but I'm forever thankful for Pyro for being super helpful and taking time out of his day. Even when I knew he was too busy to help me, he always, squeezed me in. Same with Helly, his fiance. Helly's always been super helpful designing artwork for the channel and um, just being overall. They've both been super supportive, and I'll forever love them for it. Uh, Bobo, Cherry have always been super supportive, helping with modding the channel and being helpful for whatever I needed. Um, I'm trying to remember people as they popped up in the chat. Cast was around the Thethy days as well. She used to come over quite often when I first started hanging out with Thethy and playing with her. And uh, Cast is a big part of our community. She's been super supportive of me ever since she started hanging out here. Um, like me, she's had a lot of rough spots here and there, but like me, she has a big family to lean on, and I hope she knows that no matter how things turn out or how hard things get, you could always lean on your family. You have a lot of kids, and I know for a fact with like my parents, I wouldn't be anywhere close to as strong as I am without them. So just know that you're relied on, loved, and a lot stronger than you probably give yourself credit for. So whenever you need inspiration or something to snap you out of the shadow, just look at your kids. You know, they'll always be your light, you know. And I hope you always know that, and hopefully you see the blessings that you have there. And Haley, even though she doesn't hang out anymore, she got sucked into a really bad situation. She'll always be one of my best friends, and I love her dearly. And I hope she knows that no matter what goes on there, no matter how bad it gets, she'll always have a home here, and I'll never judge her for chasing something that she desires so bad, because I know what that feels like. And I hope she finds it someday, realizes it, and knows how special she is, and comes back to us and starts to hang out and know that she's loved um, somewhere. Um, There's a few people that hung out a lot in the past, and I miss them dearly, but I understand why, some people step away from Twitch, but I just want to acknowledge them. Vivi, Bearsy, Cave, Gummy. Um, I know Cave and Gummy were, they're still active. They're just very busy. I just miss seeing them like on a daily. But all of them, I'll always love and appreciate the time that they've given me, as well as the love and support. And they know I wish nothing but the best and happiness. And I hope that they succeed in whatever ventures they take from, whatever's taking them away from the community right now. Broham. This is the one that made me lose it last time. Oh man. I can already feel it going. But Broham is my best friend. And nope, ain't gonna make it. Woo. Okay. There's very few people in this world that know how much of a struggle it has been for me to let people in and let them get close enough to be able to be considered my best friend. Because I always had people who would claim to be your friend, but the moment you needed them most, they dipped and ran. And because of that, I developed a lot of really bad scars of not letting people close. When people got close, I would distance myself. I wouldn't confide in them. I pretty much anything I could think of to distance myself from feeling that disconnect and the sense of a friend not caring about the stuff that you're going through. And Broham's been the first person ever to ride it out. Uh, Broham is probably one of the biggest dudes I know. And I think he was born that big because it was the only thing that could carry the giant heart that he has. He does so much for so many people. And a lot of times it goes unappreciated, or they don't respect or love his work ethic. He does a lot for people. Even when he's got a super busy schedule, he always helps this community more than you guys know. And he's been the brightest light in my life when I've had the darkest times. He's always been there. And one of the happiest moments of my life for him, because I knew how much he struggled, like I did, was when he found his wife. It was like something flipped a switch in him, and the happiness just beamed from him. And I told Carmen at their wedding that I'll forever love her for being able to do that for him. Because as a friend, you can only do so much. But as a wife, you can do everything. And she was able to do that for him. And I feel like that's kind of how you gauge like an acquaintance and a best friend, because a best friend, you want nothing but the best for them in every aspect of their life, whether it's success for their job or the love that they find. And I'm so happy that he found it because he deserves it. And he's the greatest human being I've met. And I'm beyond blessed and thankful for everything. And he knows that. I tell him all the time. But when it matters that much, you can't tell him enough. Laura. Laura's also been a good crutch. She's always helped me out when she had time. You know, she struggles with a lot of stuff too, but again, she's got a great character. And she's very selfless. Whenever you're down or upset, even if she's having like the worst day ever, she'll take the time and talk to you. She's a total sweetheart, and I'm glad that she's got a job now and she's finding peace and happiness, and I hope she continues to do that because she deserves it. She deserves all the little happiness that she can fit into her tiny body. Um Kayla. I've watched Kayla grow up. I watched her become a silly, you know, very unconfident young lady to turn into a way more confident young woman. And it's awesome to see the progression that you've gone through. And I hope you continue to do that and have more confidence in yourself in the near future and continue to progress and be the best you that you can be. Dragon Lore. Dragon Lore is another person that's really helped the stream in the past. And I'm forever thankful for that. Because at that time it was really bad. And between him and Bryant, they pretty much kept the stream up for like a solid 2 years just by themselves. And it's something I'll forever be thankful for. He also struggles with a lot of stuff with his dad, with his ex, and his old jobs. So it's really good to see that, you know, he found someone that loves him and he's starting to better himself with jobs that actually appreciate him. And I hope he always continues to do that. And I hope that he only ever takes jobs where his hard work is appreciated and not taken advantage of. Lego. Lego's been a big part of our community. I've watched him grow up a lot too. I remember the younger him where he would constantly lag and crash due to his horrible internet at his aunt's house. To see him grow and, you know, find a job and continue to progress and become a man. And I hope you find and succeed in every direction that you take, Lego. I appreciate all your love and support through the years. Let's see. There's a lot of people, man. It's so hard to like pick and pluck each one because so many people have done so much for me over the years. Vampy, Miss Consistent. Vampy's probably been the most consistent person outside of Broham in the chat. in the past 2.5 years that she's been here. And she single-handedly is, kept me in the chair sometimes when, I didn't think I was worthy to be here, or if I even mattered anymore. And she definitely makes you feel like you are. So I appreciate you for that. Um, Johnny boy over there in Sweden. You get dirty. I know. I'm sorry. I probably swore at you. Thank you so for always being here, buddy. I really do appreciate you. And I'm super happy that you're doing better, and that your seizure that you had was not uh more life threatening. I'm glad you came out on the other side of it and are doing better, getting your own place, and I hope you continue to do well and be the best John that you can be, man. I've always loved hanging out and shooting the breeze with you, and I'm happy to have you as a part of the community. Blade. Blade's newer. I met Blade probably a few months before Broham's wedding. Like, actually met him and hung out with him. But in that short time, Blade has become a good friend, and I've also been able to have real down to earth conversations with him as well. And he's like Broham. He's a hardworking guy, loves his wife, loves his kids, and he's someone that always looks out for you, even when he doesn't need to. But there's been a couple times where Blade's come to me with job opportunities when he could have easily handed them to somebody else. And I appreciate it because those helped out a ton. More than you know. So I appreciate the friendship and the support and the opportunities that you give to myself and many others, man. You deserve everything that you have in life, bro. And I'm super happy about your mom doing better as well. We both kind of had craptacular years with our parents the last year or so. So I get the stress and everything about that. So I'm glad she's doing well, and I hope she continues to do well. I don't know how many years it will ever take for me to say thank you enough. You give somebody like me an opportunity to shine in my own spot, you know? And even though I'm not always the most consistent and I have bad days just like everybody else, you guys have always stood there and welcomed me back like I never left. And I think that's why it was like the worst when I had to step away, because I felt like I was turning my back on everyone, or that I was seeming ungrateful. But the truth is, I didn't want to step away. I don't ever want to. You guys are such a big part of me that when you step away, it's like losing a loved one, man. It's hard. I spent like the first week and a half just sitting in a chair in the dark by myself. I didn't even respond to messages from Broham for a while. But like, it affects you a lot when you actually care. It's hard to not acknowledge how much something means to you until you have to like step away from it. And I'm trying my best to not ever have to do that. Um there's literally not enough hours in the day that I can express my thanks for the love and support that you showed me for 10 years. Both old and new people in the community. Just know that you're more than just a community to me. You're like a second family. And I love and appreciate every single one of you for taking time out of your day and spending it with me. And watching me do like goofy, stupid stuff and appreciating me for who I am. I hope nothing but the absolute best for each and every one of you. I truly do. I hope you all exceed all of your expectations and blow past any goals that you set for yourself. And I hope you become incredibly successful and happy in life. And I hope that we'll be able to share another 10 years and reflect on all that we've accomplished together. So I want to thank you guys all very much for the 10 years, the love, support, the opportunities of sponsorships that you guys have given me. And even if you don't partake in any of those, just know that you were a big part of acquiring them. I don't know what the future holds for me on this platform, but I definitely know I'm not going to live in the past. I'm just going to keep grinding, doing the best I can, make as many memories as I can with you guys, and do the best that I can. You know, that's all you can ever do in life, right? So, thank you guys so much for 10 years. I hope you had a great subathon with me, and I love you guys all very much. Thank you again, and I will see you for many more years to come. Have a go, guys.